Watcher glitches and Watcher cryptogb fam. Warm welcome to all of our new members. We're seeing a huge uptick in the number of people that are joining the group from all around the world. Actually, a larger number from Australia and New Zealand. So, welcome to our Antipodean friends. Also, large growth numbers from America as well. So, yeah, I think as we climb into this bull market for crypto, we're seeing a lot of new people come into the group. It's wonderful to see you all here. Please feel free to contribute. I don't want to be the only person posting about XRP, Flare, Songbird, and the other projects that I follow. More than happy for people to post up information, articles, and videos about cryptos that, let's say, are in the top 100 in terms of market cap. If you're shilling a new project, I'll probably remove it or ban you straight away. That's just the reality of the situation. By all means, DM me first. I'm more than happy to spend like 30 minutes or an hour talking to you about your project. There's no sponsorship on cryptogb whatsoever. We just ask people to kind of like, share, and bring more people into the community. It's a safe, scammer-free place to discuss all things crypto. And to that end, thank you to our administrators who are now going to be working overtime, I guess, to remove spam and scams. So please report posts that you see. A lot of you are doing that, and thank you from the bottom of my heart because it really helps. We have configured the group with all the tools, the admin assistant, and everything that Facebook provides to filter spam and scam posts, but it's not perfect, and ultimately we rely on the members to report them. We will act as quickly as you report any kind of nefarious post on the group. So firstly, congratulations to everyone. I'm drinking sake on this Saturday. Feel free to join me, and banzai to the whole group. We're doing rather well. Crypto is definitely picking up, and I think a lot of this is obviously down to the regime in the US. Let's call it administration, I guess. The administration in the US changing with Donald Trump bringing in a crypto-friendly administration. I personally don't think it's going to be plain sailing. The let's say the top tier banks that are involved in the correspondent banking system are not going to give up easily, but at least they've had a few of the criminals removed from the SEC with Gary Gensler going. And I think this is obviously a huge source of the optimism and the capital flow into the crypto market, which I think is over $3 trillion at the moment. For anyone that's new and doesn't know much about crypto, let me just tell you that as a total, the crypto industry's market cap is tiny. Gold right now is $17 trillion. We're on 3. And never mind everything else. When you go into equities, real estate, bonds, whatever, you're talking like reaching into a quadrillion of flipping dollars out there. And we're 3 trillion in this market. As liquidity flows into the crypto sector, things are going to boom. And hopefully, you're still very early. Let me tell you that you're still very early. And we're seeing a lot of new projects come on board. Some of the older projects are maturing. XRP is one of my favorite because I come from the banking and payments background, and I've been watching firsthand what they've been doing. I know a little bit more about it than a lot of other projects, and because I work in the sector, I feel like for me, doing my own research on XRP is easier than doing the research on some of the other assets that are available. Make sure you do your own research. As we always say, never share your private keys. A lot of people have been reaching out to me talking about self-custody in DMs. That's great. The first thing I will tell you, as most of anyone who's DM'd me will attest, is I don't want to know what your private keys are. Never share your private keys. Write them down, keep them safe, put them in multiple locations that are secure. Self-custody is an unfortunate chore, I think, but it's one of the features, not bugs, of crypto. And as you become more familiar with it, hopefully you'll become easier for you to be able to take custody of your assets. What else can we talk about very briefly? Some of the things I wanted to say. So, in terms of shilling some of my favorite projects to you, it'll be rude not to. Obviously XRP, which has done amazingly well. Let me see, actually. Let me just show you some of the coins that I follow on CoinGecko. Some of you have already seen these posts. This is the hourly, daily, 7-day, and 60 growth. And from the coins that I'm interested in, XRP is doing well. HBAR is like doing very well as well. Nearly doubled in the last 60 days. So HBarbarians, good on you. I had a small amount in there, and I continue to maintain a small amount in HBAR. I think it shows some promise. Monero, don't fade Monero. I'll tell you why in DMs. It's a very private, secure coin, and I think everyone should be holding a little bit. One of my favorites is Flare. Flare because I feel like I understand where the source of the yield comes from in Flare. So for those of you that are interested in yield farming and earning a passive income, the first question you've got to ask is, what is the source of the yield? If you don't get a satisfactory answer, that means you are the source of the yield. So for Flare, I'm just fairly confident. Still not 100%, never can be 100%, but I'm fairly confident what Hugo and the team are doing there is actually generating real value for real people, real entities in the world, and that is leading to some of the yields that you can kind of stake and delegate with your Flare and earn. Songbird is the canary network for Flare, and I'm bullish on having a canary net. I think it's really important. Again, as a technologist, I see it as actually critical for building applications on the blockchain, because the reality is you need real value to really be able to understand how capital flows and what the risks are in the broader context of all of the market participants. You can't do that on a test net. So a canary net is a great idea, and I like Songbird as well. One of the things I've been doing, and some of you will know, I've been experimenting on the XRPL with a token called MEF. There's 1,500 MEF in existence. It was distributed via the AMM, the Automated Market Maker pools on the XRPL. And I just find it fascinating and useful because I want to learn more about the XRPL. I'm now like several months of research into it. I think I know it fairly well. I certainly know it better than some of the people who purport to understand what's going on. And one of the reasons for that is because I'm a coder, and I'm not just a coder, but I also use AI to help me with coding. So I program directly against the XRPL. I kind of test some of the functions, and now we have a group of people that are also interested in this. So the ability to learn grows exponentially. I want to just give a shout out to Mai on X. Like, he's been asking some amazing questions and throwing up some really interesting scenarios for us to test around liquidity provisioning on the AMMs and what you can do with LP tokens and how that impacts things like voting weight and other things like that. But I'm sure for people in cryptogb, I'm not recommending that you go into MEF at all. Do not use this as a speculative token. Instead, I'm using it as a learning tool. So if you want to play around with a few XRP, which is now getting very expensive, and hopefully it'll get a lot more expensive in future, mark to market against USD. Just if you want to learn, I would suggest using MEF, because XRP doesn't come with a canary net. It has a test net, but there's no real value on there. So if you want to do game theoretic learning and really understand how the ledger works, maybe some of you want to even get into programming on the ledger, what I would suggest is use MEF. So that's because that's what we're doing, and we have a community now of people who are all working together, asking questions around how this stuff works, and then not taking people's word for it, but actually running our own experiments and carrying out our own research, and then bringing that back to the community. That research, by the way, I think if any of you are interested, there is a YouTube channel that I host. So this is going to be on the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Don't ask for any sponsorship. Instead, what I ask is if people are really interested, get into the meth pool. Buy a couple of meth rather than kind of sending me money. Get yourself a Zaman wallet or a Crossmark wallet. Set up a trust line. Get yourself some XRP, and then just dip your toe into something like meth if you want to understand what DeFi looks like on the XRPL. Because I'm really bullish on the XRP, essentially. And I think the recent price action, XRP, can you see 154% in the last 60 days. Again, if you're new to XRP, it has suffered a lot of headwinds because of the regulatory regime and corruption in the United States. Those headwinds have now turned into tailwinds as the Trump administration is flushing out the criminals that have been in those acting in those government agencies. So this is why we're really bullish on it. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that because I know a lot of you are new to crypto and I've probably already gone over your head. Once more, please report any content that you see on cryptogb that is looks nefarious. If it's spam or scam, the admins and mods will step in to try and remove it. Please share content. I keep saying this, like, I don't want to be the only person that's sharing videos. Nick does a great job, my fellow admin. He posts a few things as well, but yeah, no, it's good to see other people posting. As long as these things are not complete scams, like if they're in the top 100 in terms of market cap, I'll be more than happy to leave the post there and comment and chip in to learn more about it. So thank you very much, everyone. Just a short video to give you all a warm welcome, and to our friends in the US who are about to, I guess, celebrate Thanksgiving. Make sure you talk about XRP, Flare, and Songbird to your families. Thank you very much, guys and girls. Have a wonderful Saturday. Later, glitches.